Strontium is named after the village Strontium, where it was first discovered by Adair Crawford and William Cruikshank. They were Irish chemists that analyzed it after it was found in a lead mine. Strontium also has a very similar chemical composition as calcium. This gives it the property of binding to bones. This property also allows anthropologists to determine the origins and how old ancient humans were. They measure how much the strontium has degraded over time, and that tells them how old the person is, because if it's degraded X amount, then it means this person is X years old. There is also another method of recycling strontium called the black ash method. This method involves using coke, which is a cleaner and more efficient fuel source than coal that is produced from heating coal in the absence of oxygen, removing its impurities. Both Celestine and coke are heated up to about 950 degrees Celsius in order to reduce Celestine to strontium sulfide. The next step is to dissolve it in water because strontium sulfate is water soluble, and this creates a solution full of the dissolved strontium sulfide. This solution is then combined with sodium carbonate or carbon dioxide to precipitate strontium carbonate into a precipitate. This precipitate is then binded with other agents such as phosphorus or more calcium in order to turn it into a usable strontium. The ratio of strontium that's found in land also helps geologists to support theories such as the Pangea theory. The Pangea theory, if you didn't know, is a theory that all of the continents were once combined and then slowly spread apart from one another. Strontium helps to back up this theory because the ratios in strontium match up with separate continents. For example, the coast of Africa has strontium ratios that match up with the ratios in South America's coast. This shows that there might have been a point of connection between the continents at one point in time.
Strontium is often found in sedimentary rocks and in areas which previously contained water that dried up. Medically, it was used to detect bone disease, but often nowadays the radioactive version is used a lot more for x-rays and other things. Strontium can also be used for therapeutic things such as salts, which can be used for osteoporotic fractures, and strontium can be ingested in small quantities to help with bone disease and bone health. Strontium has to be stored in very specific conditions, as it gets ruined when stored at room temperature or when it reacts with oxygen. It's even found in the ocean, as many animals have trace amounts of strontium in their shells, and it can be used in a couple different things, such as brake pads as well, especially ceramic ones, as it's used to improve performance and reduce wear and tear, and it can also be used in glass. It's the 15th most abundant element in the Earth's crust, and in the 1870s, when they didn't realize the medical uses of it, it was used in the process of extracting sugar from sugar beets.